And that's it, everybody. This is the start of a wonderful day of Warcraft, starting off with a Night Elf mirror match for Huya and the Lao Pao Esports Club, and the yellow in the north of Amazonia is colorful. And in the bottom left, for the Power Rangers and South Korea, the underdog in this very matchup in the red is Yange. And by my side is Mr. Remote Demo, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope.
Nope. Even better. The Totster is here. Yeah, wonderful. Alrighty. We got a Demon Hunter opening for Yange, and Colorful opens up with a Demon Hunter as well. So no Warden, no Potom.
Yeah, interesting. Yange is accepting that perhaps he has to play with the Demon Hunter there, not attempting the Potom at all. And to be honest, like, I feel like we kind of talked as if he's only able to play one hero, you know, across all matchups. Like, he's a pretty good Night Elf. He's old school himself, been around for a long time. Look at it, the way he pulls off the Lightning Shield trick here onto his Archer. That was very well done. He's going to do max damage to all of these creeps. And as long as there is no deny, it's always worth it to go for this.
Absolutely. It's an instant level 2. It's good items, and items are very important in this matchup. If you get good damage items, you can certainly pressure a little bit more, and Yange, boom, claws of attack right off the bat. That's a very good one. Circlet, not to be underestimated either.
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping to find full damage here ideally. Sometimes, if you get like some agility and claws, I feel like they're even better maybe than Circlet in that you don't have to drop them when you have to heal. So like in the heat of the battle later on, it's going to be easier to click on Moonwells and replenish hit points. But obviously overall, Circlet is still one of the best things out there that you can find. But yeah, Cloak of Shadows being picked up for Colorful, that gives him some hiding potential. Remember, now it works during the day as well. So later down the line, you might be able to save one of your heroes. For a bit, obviously, on this map, you have very easy access to the lab, so there is always going to be Revelation available.
Certainly. I talked to Lawlight earlier this morning, by the way, and he said, Colorful, I don't know what it is, but he always gets the best items. He is like the son of God when it comes to this, and so far with the 2 cloaks, that doesn't, like, shine through so much, but Tome of Agility, not too bad. And Yange goes into a very, very standard game here. Finds a cloak himself, mantle. But yeah, racing up to tier 2, level 3. And then I'm curious what the second hero choice be. Is it Naga? Is it Keeper? Is it something completely outside the box?
Yeah, usually in this scenario, you'll see Naga second a lot, unless, yes, as you said, somebody wants to go for Keeper second. It takes a little bit longer to grab a Keeper, and sometimes it's going to give the opponent map control in the center if you try and go for that. But Entangle is really good, and Thorn Sora we're seeing more and more of across multiple matchups. Against Orc we see it a lot, and in Night Elf Mirror it also can be really good. Yange is going for an attack here, while Colorful was creeping at the Merchant, so he's going to kind of empty the Moonwells now. And look, he doesn't drop either Circlets. Yeah,
that was a little bit of a waste. Second Circlet here, little Sonic-esque on this map. Watch Awards can be amazing, of course, as well, but this is not level 3 yet. He's gonna get them at the Murlocs now, but is that gonna be the big deal? We'll see about that. Yange shows immediately that, in most cases, he's gonna be the aggressor.
Yange, this Demon Hunter, like...
Whoops! Whoa,
this
no!
Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the miss! Todd, the miss!
Oh my god. Saved! I saw him start this camp and I was like, does he know how much these creeps bash? Like, you need to be really careful when you do this one.
Yeah, that's not good. Steal for Colorful. 2 archers super hurt. Yange trying to come in with a block. It doesn't really work. Second attempt, and that saves the life of the other 2 archers. But oh boy, that's a lot of moon juice here.
Yeah, easier to heal for Yange. Yeah, you can just drop the Circlets. But yeah, double claws, really nice here to have. And because he had to run away from the center, and you can pretty much guess that Colorful is going to be the one grabbing a Naga in this situation. He actually started a Keeper, which he now cancels because he sees that the center, after a nice revelation, He's actually open. He even knows about the sentry ward that was dropped there, and he removes that with
Sweet.
one single revelation. Super high level play here from both players already in this game, reacting really, really well to what the opponent's doing.
Yeah, and I can't really see a clear favorite so far, so that definitely speaks in favor of the underdog, Yange, who comes in prepared, who has no flaws, no signs of big nervousness, a little unlucky with the bashes, and maybe a little unlucky with the creep spot as well, because Colorful knows exactly what he's doing, and this is a nasty creep jack.
Yeah, Yange completely not ready. I think he's just gonna have to town portal here. He's gonna town portal before he gets to lose his Naga, which is very important. And do you know why he was able to get that creep jack, by the way? Colorful research Ultra Vision. Yange didn't. So Colorful started stalking Yange, and then he saw the army movement still moving down there, and then he realized, he was like, oh, he's moving like he cannot see me. He probably doesn't have Ultra Vision. So again, super high level stuff here.
And you know why he doesn't have Ultra Vision? Because he has no Hunter's Hall. Because he goes tier 3 with double Engine of Wind. This is not the Bear Mirror. Maybe now having the Vamp Aura, he should have gone for it. But yeah, this is gonna be Bears versus Talons.
He's trying to play a bit of a trickster build here. If you go for Talon Master, you hope the opponent misreacts to it, of course. Magic damage does extra to Bears, but Bears with their many, many rejuve, very, very strong, especially in the hands of a player like Colorful.
Colorful finds.
I don't know if I want to call this a creep jack, but he's definitely preventing him from creeping this really well too.
Exactly, so no fear of a Fork Lightning at the moment. When will the Talons join us? Immediately cues the Adept upgrade prior to the first Talon. So map control is certainly with Colorful. Thanks to the heroes. And is he skipping Dryads altogether? Yeah, right? Not a single one. So going into Bears straight up. Scouting a lot, but that gives Yange some time to get the Master Upgrade online.
Yeah, I think though the full initiative is really in Colorful's side of things now, because he killed the Ancient of War of Yange, who is not playing Bears, so it's going to be much harder for him to creep with Archer into Talents. Whereas on the other side with Bears, you have Rejuvenation, you can just creep whatever you want. He still has the Ancient of War as well. Even Colorful, this is almost a little overly ambitious. He's even harassing with a demon on his own here.
Yeah, especially on this map, creeping with Talons is hard, because at the natural, that's of course the Rock and the Mud Golem, who you can't attack. The red spots are fully magic immune, so you can't attack them. So...
Ancient of War?
Ooh, easy, calculated. So yeah, what do you creep as Yange?
Not much. I think after this, I don't see what he could go for. If he goes for the expansion, there's always a chance he gets creep jacked. On the other side, Colorful found Squall of the Beast, so he might just sell that. Going Bears already, and he's already got Master.
That's quick. That's of course one of the fastest Master upgrades we have in the game. So the timing, certainly with Colorful, who has complete map control now. Yange can't really move out before his own Master is done, and then the only chance he has is to fight.
Yeah, but he needs to wait a little more. Like, he needs to make sure he has Master training, and ideally a few more talents. Like, they build up on mana very nicely. And I think when you go for this kind of strategy, like talents, you're kind of relying on the talents to carry you, obviously. Like, you want to have a good mana pool so you can cyclone a bunch of the units. And then the opponent won't have enough Dispel to really deal with all of it. But that's why Colorful is the great player that he is. Look at what he's doing. He's not overmaking Bears. He just made 3 Bears, and now he's going to Dryads already.
Because you can't attack Dryads with Talons as well. Only with Archers then. And we see a Keeper third. What a weird hero combo on a small map like Amazonia. With Entangle.
Yeah, maybe he's really trying to make it so that it's too hard to counter everything that needs to be dispelled. But I don't know if that's going to be the case, one. And also, Colorful could just bring a bunch of Wisps. Yeah, he found Qualtalas at the Mercenary Camp. Let's see. I think he's going to get the item here before there is the full-on engagement.
That's a good Entangle here. Oh, Endurance Aura. How wonderful. Maybe there is something true about the Son of God. Gets the last hit on the Rock Golem as well. And that looks still pretty good for Colorful. Items are amazing. At this Demon Hunter, Boots of Kel'Thalas, Ancient Django, Double Circle, Gloves of Haste, now Orb. This is a spectacular Demon Hunter.
Yeah, looking really, really scary right now. And I think Django is going to help out so much as well. A little bit of extra movement speeds. and also attack speed for his entire army. So the bigger the army gets, the scarier this gets too. It's getting Mark of the Claw. And neither player has broken upkeep yet. Right now it's Colorful who's got a little bit of a bigger bank because he's been creeping more.
Yange, heroes far ahead of the rest of the army. Tries to go through with Entangle. There is the spell, of course, but also Cyclone available. So is that the biggest power spike that Yange has for the rest of the game?
Yeah, possibly. I think Colorful needs to be a little better here with his Dryads here.
Is there a
For
staff?
some reason, he's staying way back and he's never using Abolish very quickly.
Demon Hunter by Yange in trouble. Big invul, of course. Staff on the other side. Heroes all disabled thanks to Cyclone. Yange wants to stay in that fight. Gets the heal scroll out. He needs these kills, but the Naga is looking horrible. 6 save with 7 HP. But in the front line, the Demon Hunter falls, and boom, that's the 1-0 for Colorful.
Pretty straight up game there by Colorful. He plays the demon. He plays the bears. That's what he likes to do. Nice attempt by Yange. He's trying to counter the bears with the talents, which can make sense on paper. But as Todd pointed out, it's a late game strategy. It takes forever for you to come online. Until you have Master, there's very little you can do. On Amazonia, not that much to creep either. On a map like Last Refuge, much more easily doable. And perhaps now the map vetoes make more sense by Colorful. Maybe he knew this was coming. Maybe the bans were targeted at exactly the talent strategy.
Then it was a pretty good one. Talents not great on Amazonia, as you saw. Let's see what's up next. This was actually Yange's pick. Now we go on to Concealed Hill, which is then Colorful's pick. Little bit of time to take a breath, and we continue with map number 2. Stay with us. Well, a lead for Colorful on Yange's map. That shows that the favorite is certainly performing well here at DreamHack, as Todd has a little bit of an issue in the lobby, freeing the yellow color. Yeah, blue is fine as well, indeed. We're having some good fun. I hope you guys at home are having some fun as well. Next map is CH, and there was a little bit of confusion already. Yange thought that this is banned, but it's not. So what does that say?
But he ain't ready. But he probably didn't want to play this map. I don't know how this happens. Like, you have 2 vetoes. You should know what's banned. But apparently, he wasn't sure. This is a pretty bad sign, especially after game 1 and the way it went.
Yeah, Colorful there, looking very convincing. We talked about that before. Group A seems to have 2 clear favorites, and it's playing out exactly that way so far. Lin looked very convincing in his games against Alice, and the first map at least looked like a pretty clear affair as well, in favor of Colorful. Yange, he tried with the talents. That didn't work. What now? Or should he do it again? Because, you know, why not try a double Drake snipe with talents? You can do it.
Remo, you saw that, right? On in the American region. And I told you for years how good crow form talents are against...
It's so good, Neil.
It's so good.
It's so good. It's
It's
unbelievable.
so fast. I think it's even faster than the gargoyle creep. I'm not kidding you. This is probably my favorite creep in the entire game. Crow form talents against drakes. Nothing's faster. Also against griffins. Crow form talents are amazing. Nobody can prove me otherwise because it's just the fact.
Yeah, sure.
What,
you guys sound like snake oil salesmen.
What do you know about Warcraft 3, Todd? Come on.
Not much.
All right, everybody. We are buckled up and set for map number 2. There we go. Colorful in the north, in the blue. Yange in the red, in the south of Concealed Hill.
Yeah, let's see if we have another Demon Mirror here. And this honestly didn't look very convincing out of Yange at all, I thought, last game. He should just maybe try with Demon Naga Bear. You know, like, of course, it's going to be hard against Colorful, but it's all about deciding to do the strategy that gives you the best chance. And if I look at the strategy that he did last game, like, yes, he could look at it and say, okay, well, the execution just wasn't good. And it probably wasn't. But I'm not sure if that's the best strategy possible, to go for talents the way he did it with Keeper third and try to go for a push that was never really going to work, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel the same, especially on that map. Maybe he just wants to create as much chaos as possible to surprise his opponent as much as possible, even though it doesn't really work on that map or against that player on paper. But sometimes your opponent forgets to scout or is a little sloppy or lazy because he thinks he's the big favorite. I can see that attempt. Here on this map, I would have loved to see a Pardon player, because that is what Foggy does against Colorful a lot, and it feels like Foggy almost has a 100% win rate over Colorful in past years with that specific Pardon play. But seems like we have Demon Hunter straight up early game once again.
If he wants to create some chaos, he should get 7 bears and then buy a Zeppelin. You can create plenty of chaos with that. The game could get crazy and wild, base trade-ish very quickly if that were to happen. And that might be his best shot. I'm calling it now. Just go Bears. And yeah, try to do what you can. Try to get some good items. You know, like, that's always the best game plan. Get some good items.
That's yeah, especially for you, that works out well, right?
Well, I still win some games here and there, you know.
That is absolutely true.
Despite my massive handicap. And no, I'm not talking about playing human. I'm talking about the items.
Yeah, we saw exactly what you said, Zeppelin and Bears. We saw that in the American region with Seron versus Ark, where Ark went into the match as quite a big favorite, but Seron played exactly what you said, and Ark wasn't ready for that. And so Seron took the victory and eliminated Ark in the lower bracket semifinal. But speaking of good items, Lawlight is onto something, man. Circlet, Slippers, there's the perfect start for Colorful.
Yeah, the absolute dream. And, I mean, we have a Circlet as well on the other side, so even though Mantle is not great, usually you save that for your second hero, be it a Keeper or a Naga. It's always going to be nice on it. Colorful. Is he gonna buy a circlet?
Is he the Chinese Sonic? Doesn't have the gold yet. Maybe if he gets a bad tier 1 item here, like gauntlets or something, he sells it.
I don't think buying an extra circlet will make you the Chinese or any nationality Sonic. You would have to up your dress codes very strongly for that to actually apply for you to be the Sonic of anywhere.
Yeah. Nobody is quite like Sonic, that's for sure. But you know, a little bit of it. We have Boots of Speed very early on Yange.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to have for both players. Like, you see Remo, one of the biggest lobbyists for, you know, one boot for everybody in Warcraft 3. Very important to have extra move speed. When you finally get your Naga or any second hero that you want to go for, usually you transfer that over and then your chasing potential becomes pretty massive. So it's kind of a must. I mean, it really depends on map and how aggressive you're being. Sometimes you can skip it, but it feels like this is one of the maps where there's going to be more fights in mid-game, potential creep jacks and all that. I gotta say, that creep route by Colorful, quite amazing. He's already done the lab and he got a greater mana.
Right, and we talked about how important this lab and Zeppelin can be on this very map. But Yange expected this, comes in with the creep jack. Colorful a little slow by pulling these archers away. Can he get the last hit? Should be. Focus on the Engine of War. This is exactly what happened to Yange in game 1. That crippled his creeping quite a bit. But unfortunately the end snare ends up on Yange. Is there a reveal? No, not really.
Yeah, the downside of creeping this early with Ancient of War is that you're gonna have less archer, but in this case it's only 5 archer to 4, so there is only 1 archer difference, which really doesn't mean too much. Colorful, confident in his own ability, and yeah, that demon looking pretty scary here already in this game. Finds the Naga, but he's out of mana now. But he's got a greater mana. Do you use that?
Where's the second hero for Colorful? He's taking straight to tier 3, got the lores up already. Ah, now the Naga for himself. Just an illusion here. Maybe didn't want to get burned or something. Okay, so Naga again. And it's the same build, Todd. Double Engine of Wind tier 3 for Yange. Engine of Lore and tier 3 for Colorful.
Yeah, kind of strange to see him attempt the exact same thing considering how it didn't work at all last game. And he, oh my god, Yange fails to surround on the Ogre Lord here in the center. After pulling it, and Colorful will show up shortly behind. I don't even think that's gonna go to Yange here. This is because he's taking a lot of damage now, starting to creep it.
This is indeed not good. Colorful, the third creep jack in this series, really well done. He knows exactly what Yange is doing and punishes it quite hard with very simple methods, I feel.
Yeah, he hasn't been scouting a whole lot. That's because he doesn't really mind too much. Like if there is like double wind, you know, it's not like this crazy strategy where you're gonna be super far behind if you don't know it's coming. He's totally fine with just opening into bears and then he'll see whether the opponent's doing the same or not.
Yep. Yeah, I really like that. Like with lores, you have a lot more versatility. I think you can creep a lot faster thanks to Reju and Roar. You have good fighting units, you can beat structures with it. And then if you really need the Dispel, you can go for Dryads that counter talents quite hard. You're just ready for everything with a lore build.
Hey, Yange's getting creep jacked again, but he's almost done with the entire camp here. And he's already producing... Oh my god, one of these wins has adept training and 3 talents on the way. He gets a Zeb to evacuate. I don't think he needed to particularly, but I guess maybe you can use that as a scout after.
Alright. A couple of units cancelled, I guess. So with talents, you can of course creep nicely as well, thanks to Fairy Fire. Minus armor, always appreciated. Colorful ready for the Ogre Lord, maybe. He scouts a lot. This time he goes into Dryads first, not into Bears first.
Yeah, a bit of a difference. I think he's just trying to compete for center here because he has the Ancient of War there, which is in a kind of weird position. Maybe he should have kept it more to the right side. But he's gonna try to clear out the entire center and maybe try and force the fight before Master Training is there, which If you're Yange, that's the only thing you need to avoid. He grabs an orb, so Yange has orb way earlier, but the Ogre is falling now. He's gonna be late.
Yep. Colorful has an orb as well. Helm of Valor. Lots of tankiness and damage for this Demon Hunter who already has good agility. Plus 10 agi. A wonderful, wonderful Demon Hunter. You don't want to trade against that.
Ooh, there's a Wisp there as well. If you use the anti-magic, that could be dispelled instantly. Zeppelin with a nice pickup. You can dodge some of these shots here. I'm surprised Colorful hasn't targeted the Zeppelin yet, but his ping falls back right now.
Well done by Yange. Weathers the storm here, even though his Demon Hunter is way weaker. Gets a kill, and the Zeppelin is paying off. He might not have gotten the Lord, but at least a moral victory here, pushing Colorful back. Oh! The Lures! There's no bears! That's the rare sight of mountain giants with patch 13210.
Wait, has he not heard that they're unplayable now, or?
Colorful is oftentimes reacting slowly to meta game, so I see that against talents, they are marvelous.
I'm very skeptical about this keep a third. Because Colorful, when he sees this, all he's supposed to do is just press Abolish instantly whenever Entangle is casted. So I really don't see how this is supposed to be good at all.
Yeah, you don't even need to press it, right? It's an autocast, or can be an autocast.
I think for Entangle, yeah, you have to.
Ah, okay.
It doesn't matter. Like, you just have to be ready, pretty much. It's like you never go sleep, or you don't really go sleep as undead against Night Elf if they have like a bunch of Dryads, because they can just wake up whatever is being slept.
Absolutely.
Immediately. Kind of the same here, so I don't know if he's hoping for some sort of mistake, but as long as Colorful is diligent and careful, this really shouldn't do much.
Clearly a mistake by Yange to not use Crow form here for the dragon, or for the Drake, by the way. Colorful on the other side. Rune Phrases, not the greatest. Devotion Aura, of course, amazing. There's not much damage yet in this Colorful army with the 2 mountain giants. There's a little damage mitigation. We see the expansion for Yange.
Oh, he didn't have resistance skin yet. Very important to get that now. And then the question now is, what do you get next if you're Colorful? Do you add Dryads to your composition, or do you add some Bears? It seems kind of weird to want to add Bears at all against this many talents.
It does.
I wonder if he might just mass Dryads behind this.
Maybe, just maybe, Yange is going into Bears himself now as he adds the Hunter's Hall to just counter the Mountain Giants. This is my favorite kind of Night Elf Mirror, and both go very, very different builds.
Yeah. Ooh, I was wondering when they were going to break upkeep. I've seen Colorful before be overly greedy sometimes and just save for like an absurd amount, like to like 2,000 or something. But in this case, he didn't save for too long. Maybe he's worried that Yange will be the one to save up and then attack or something. But Yange is still on 50 right now. He's saving up Ultra Vision. He's getting Ultra Vision. He hasn't made anything out of this Huntress Soul. Oh, he's transitioning into Fairy Dragons and he's getting the +1 attack.
Okay. Fairy Dragons versus Mountain Giants. Want to tickle them to death, huh? Throw some cotton balls at them.
Tickle party. They're gonna have a pillow fight.
Exactly. Okay, they can be decent against Dryads, of course, but let's see if we go that far. Cyclone used, but Yange already in trouble with the Demon Hunter. There's no staff, so this has to be a TP. Level 4 now, level 2 evasion. Yange is not doing much damage here. Ooh, Cyclone, more slow on this Demon. Playing with fire. But okay, Fort Lightning is not jumping over. And another kill. Colorful has this under control.
The crow. Transform. That was accurate as hell.
I'm a good crow, and I like these. I like these guys.
No Temple. Oh no, there is Temple for Colorful actually. On the Naga, he transferred that to Wildback because he wanted his demon to be as super stacked as he was in the previous game.
It's such a sick Demon Hunter again, man. 3 Mountain Giants with sticks. Siege damage against Talons, obviously not too bad. What can Yange possibly do to win this so far. He's causing lots of damage. There is a certain amount of dispel, but not limitless, it seems.
Yeah, there is only one Dryad now, and he doesn't have enough mana to really do much against any Cyclone or Entangle. So this might be an overextension here by Colorful, but I guess he was just confident because he had that many MGs and a big army. Demon Hunter in danger here, maybe. Is there an Entangle? Oh my god, he could go down. And there's the Entangle, and he's gonna go down.
Whoa!
As the Naga was skydiving.
There was no staff ready. Wonderful fight by Yange. Now Colorful, everything he's left is like Mountain Giants, 4 of them, and the Naga forces the TP. That's the expansion for Yange. And the Talon Fairy build is working for now.
Yeah, and I think this is more on Colorful than on Yange here. I don't think he should have attacked at all here, especially with... just didn't have Dryads. Just rebuild that Dryad count a little bit, you know, have some piercing damage. Of course, like if there is a lot of units that are piercing on the other side, Dryads can die quickly, but it's only a few of the Fairy Dragons. Archers cannot reach the Dryads super easily, so... I don't know why he attacked right now when the expansion was coming up. I think he just got overconfident, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good point. He just does it again. 4 Mountain Giants onto the tree. The good old Lado strat.
I think he's doing that because he knows that there's a potential counterattack happening on the left-hand side because the Zeppelin scouted the tree. So he's like, oh, he's probably on the left attacking my Expo, so I can do the same. And Mountain Giants have insane sieging potential here when they pick up trees like this.
Especially when there's no Nature's Blessing. How many times do I have to yell at the Night Elves to get this upgrade? Boom. Down. So, will this counterattack work? Or is it just a base trade? Because...
yeah, it is. I think you cannot Town Portal like now if you're Colorful because you don't have Demon Hunter out, so you can. He's just gonna base race for a bit. But and he does have Nature's Blessing himself, by the way.
Colorful does, but Yange doesn't. So
Yeah.
Colorful, a little smarter here. Okay. Does he TP home now, or will we continue this base race? Colorful one step ahead, of course, with siege damage. A wonderful, wonderful weapon in the base race.
It's a very difficult choice for Yange. If he Town Portals now, I think Colorful just runs away, maybe Town Portals himself. Then he's just really far behind. He might just take the base race. Yeah, Colorful, okay, he has a lot of Moonwells, Demons back out, so he's like, okay, I'll take the fight back home. 62 supply to 50. Let's see if those Dryads are actually ready properly. This time the Giants are stuck behind the Dryads.
Okay, they can't really do too much. Colorful about to salvage this. Fairy Dragons, even against Dryads, with the 2 armor upgrades, not doing too much damage, can't get rid of them. I think the Fairies are not working out the way Yange wanted it to, and he calls for the GG, sees there's no way out, and we get our winner bracket final.